Halito Chimachukma. This is Chief Steve coming at y'all with another one. It's another word of encouragement. Just wanted to send a special thanks to my subscribers. The numbers are up and they're growing. And I really appreciate you guys rocking with me and supporting me, showing me the support and really cherishing and valuing this information that I'm getting out to you. Because out of all of the people that you could be listening to on this platform, you guys decided to come and, show me some support. And I really appreciate that. And that's why I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going hard. We're going to keep growing the numbers. We're going to keep getting this information out there. And, yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. I really appreciate all of the support. Everybody liking my videos, everybody commenting, giving feedback, everybody sharing it to one another. And that's the thing, man. In this time, we're in an information war. And the right information is necessary more than any time right now. So I really appreciate you guys rocking with me and showing me the support and continuing to engage and bring the information out as well. And if you guys have a YouTube and are doing something that's similar, feel free to drop a plug in the comments. I don't mind, somebody doing that. You're not taking away from me. As long as you're not stealing my content, you're not taking away from me. So go ahead and drop your plug in for those who come and see it. And then, I'll check you out for sure. So I'm always looking for different channels to support my fellow Niijis. From the smallest channel to the highest channel. It doesn't matter as long as it's the right information. As long as it's the truth that's getting out, I have no problem with supporting you and, plugging you in, sending you a shout out. That's what we're here for. We're here to build and till together as a unit, as a people, and that leads me to my next subject, which is do not be afraid or ashamed for claiming who you are as a copper-colored Aborigine. Because there's a lot of words being said over these platforms and spaces, and not only from foreigners or those that we deem that are not like us, but from even our own people, not being proud of who we are, not appreciating the fact that we are coming into this truth and declassifying ourselves and truly representing who we are as a people, our true identity. But despite all of the naysayers and the negativity, I need y'all to continue to be strong out there. I need y'all to continue to be the never wavering, resilient people that we have always been, no matter what we've been classified or reclassified as. We've always been the same people, and we have continued to be strong and to stay strong. And I just need you guys to continue to do that in this newfound truth that we're rediscovering for ourselves and coming forward into as this new generation that has literally surpassed the generation gap of not knowing who we are as a people and taking on these different terms and coining them and, being proud of being something that we truly were not. But because it was us and because we are who we are, we was repping it and we was going hard anyway. And that's all well and fine. It got us through. But now it's a new time where we're able to fully recognize and acknowledge and stay strong and firm in who we truly are and our true identity. And with that, there shouldn't be an anxiety of, standing strong as a copper-colored Aborigine. Continue to make those steps forward and teach your children Teach your future generations about who we are and how strong we are, how proud we are. Because our culture is not a color. Our culture is not a term of misnomer. Our culture is the people. It always has been and it always will be. And we are who we are, which are the copper-colored Aborigines of this land. We are the American Indians. So be proud of that. And know that it's okay to be different. In this time, like I said, it's an information war. A lot of us are going to be looked at as different from the masses. We're going to be the oddballs out because we're going against what would be considered the normal current of things. But it shouldn't surprise you. As a Niiji, our people have always went against the current. We've always made our own paths. And today is no different. It's just now we are coming forward into who we have been this whole time. We've stopped the misnomers. We've stopped the derogatory terms. We are now stepping in full-fledged in who we truly are. And that's something to be proud of. It shows how unique we are as Aborigines. We've always been the trendsetter. We've always been the ones that showed y'all, hey, the world's moving this way, but we as a collective, we're going to move this way. We're going to represent who we are. And now we truly have an identity that is not a misnomer. That is not a name that has been handed down to us as ways and means to keep our identity secret from the world. To dehumanize us, or because I don't even, honestly, I don't even consider myself a human. To be deemed a human is to be considered a monster in the eyes of the law. We are living men and living women. We are living people. We are an original people. We are not a racial group. We are not a political party. We are not a subject of we are not a subject of ridicule or a subject of degradation. We are living people, original people. We are the copper-colored Aborigines. And in knowing this truth and standing in it, we know that the norms of this society is not going to show its favoritism towards us because we're not falling in line. But that's okay. Because although we are the oddballs out, for this time being, we are still strong in numbers. You're not alone. So don't let anyone make you feel bad that you don't identify with the black label. Because honestly, the black label is going through massive revamp. There's a bill that's been amended, particularly in my state, in the state of California, when it comes to categorizing so-called black people. They have now divided that term into multiple subcategories. And it's like everybody's getting a piece of that black pie. But honestly, that has been a misnomer for the longest. And now they're taking other Aborigines and other people that come from different places and are now classifying their true identity by reclassifying them as people who identify as black, because we have made that term so popular in the world. A term that honestly was never even ours to begin with. And I know some people will fight me on this, but we did not call ourselves black. We were given that term. We were deemed that by law. We were judged as prisoners of war. And our identity had been completely hidden from us, hidden from the world, because they could not unalive all of us. They couldn't delete all of us from this landmass, despite the captivity, despite moving us to different continents, despite trying to physically unalive us out of existence. They were not successful. The only way that they were able to truly dismantle us as a people, as a society, was to completely rename us something else that we were not. And with that, we took that term, we embraced that term after a while, and we turned it into something that we deemed beautiful. And we made it something that was popular with today's culture. And now I'm saying to you, it is time to put childish things away. We are not the people. We are the same people. We are not, say it better. We are not in the same mindset that we were back then. We were not under the same stressful situations that we were in back then. We have the right, the unalienable right, to self-identify, to claim who we truly are. And with this self-identification must come the declassification of our people, of our true identity. The declassification of our true identity. Let me say it one more time. With this right to self-identification, we must declassify ourselves, declassify our true identity. Okay? And if you guys don't know what declassification is, because this is something that I will always continue to say, because we've come to this new term, delineation. And with this delineation must come declassification. If you're trying to delineate and show your differences, show your indigeneity, and show your aboriginality to this land, you cannot hold on to these terms that they have they've literally turned universal. Now everyone is able to claim that they are black. Everybody is able to claim that, I'm a black of this, I'm a black of that. And really, all you're doing is saying you are a racial group. You're literally you're taking the personification out of your identity, and you're categorizing yourself into a racial group. You are no longer an individual. You're no longer a living person. You are just being a part of a racial group. And it's not cool. It's not. But I'm going to show y'all the term real quick of what declassification is. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pause for the cause, and we're going to go straight to that definition. All right, y'all. This is the definition of declassify. I looked up declassification definition. It comes from the word declassify. Hold on, let me make sure I'm recording here still. I am. So to declassify means to officially declare information or documents to be no longer secret. That's what I mean by declassification. When we call ourselves black, we have literally redacted our true identity from who we are as Aboriginal copper-colored people of this landmass. We have been redacted. We have been hidden from the world. It is time for us to declassify, to show who we truly are. What are we hiding for? There is no reason to hide. There's no reason to hinder our growth. And that's exactly what we do. It's exactly what we're doing when we continue to label ourselves as these misnomers. The only closest term today that truly describes who we are is indeed American Indian. And I showed you that via the SF-181 form in my video of how the U.S. government defines race and ethnicity. That's one of my videos on my channel. You can go watch that as soon as if you haven't seen it already, you can go watch it. If you need to watch it again, by all means, it's there. It's going to stay there. That's free information. That in itself is declassified information. And like I said, we have to be strong and confident in who we are as Aborigines. We have to. It's a necessity. Because we set the trends around the world. This is what we do. And if the world sees us hiding who we truly are, then they're going to think it's okay. They're going to follow in that footstep. And that's why you see these different black labels. Like I said, it's a revamp. Black in itself is going through a revamp. All of these different people are being classified as different categories of black. And this is by a state bill that's being amended, particularly in my state, in California. You got all these different Aborigines from different places, and you're having them be reclassified because due to self-identification, because we made the term popular. It was just given to us at first, but we've taken it, we've embraced it, we turned it into something beautiful, and now everybody wants a piece of the black pie. So those who are all over the world who self-identify as black, and I know there are some that feel like, well, we are the gatekeepers of black. We are the original black people. And look, we were never black to begin with. You can look at your skin right now and see that. You can look at what it even means today, and you can see that. But we got everybody else. We got everybody else filling that term now. So the last thing we need to do is get upset about a term that was never even fit to define us in the first place. And I get the sentimental value behind it about having to start, the culture and basing the culture around it. But the culture is, again, we are the culture. We as the people are the culture. The name of the culture is going to change with us. We showed that. We showed that with black. Now it's time to declassify, get into our true identity, and be proud of our culture and call it for what it is. We are Aborigines. We are copper-colored people. There's more power in copper than there is in black. Copper is an actual mineral. It actually has living power. We are literally from the soil, of the soil. We have the same complexion of these living minerals. And we hold the same power and significance of these same minerals on this planet. That's what makes us indigenous. That's what makes us Aborigine. So step up and be strong in that. Because the Great Reset has already taken place. They've revamped the black label to fit basically anybody and everybody. And even now, they're rewriting the Bible. As we speak, there will be a new Bible coming out in the future. The Pope has already said this, that the Bible that you have today is out of date, is outdated. And shout out to the American Aboriginal Sun for dropping that piece of information out. As of today, the Bible is outdated and needs to be rewritten. That doesn't mean it's going to be a new version of the same old Bible that you have. And, oh, this is this version, this is that version. No, this is a whole other Bible, full stop. Why? Because the times are changing. There's some things, some people and things that they need to include. And then there's some things and people that I'm sure that they're going to exclude as well, or bring more light on, or put more of their narrative up against. And that's why I say you need to be strong and know who you are and be confident in who you are and not get lost in this mix. Because with all this resetting going on, it'd be with the weather, with the climate, because the earth is healing itself right now. That's why we see all this extreme weather. With all this healing going on, and with all these different politics and narratives that are trying to be pushed forward, we don't need to get lost in the mix. Not again. Not again. Not again. We have to stand firm in our true identity as the original people of this landmass. We are the culture. We are our heritage. Our culture has no color. It is not a misnomer. It is not redacted. We declassifying it right now. And whenever you place a black label across something, just look at how you see on TV. If you grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, and used to see those little black bars that used to cover the private parts of people, the censorship, what is that doing? That's redacting that so you don't see it for what it is. You're redacting it when you place a black label on top of something. And that's what we've been doing. That's what we've been doing to our identity whenever we call ourselves black. You cannot move forward. We cannot move forward as a people and get the recompense that we fully deserve as long as we continue to redact our true identity. It's not going to happen. And I'm sorry. I know this is not going to sit well with a lot of people. At the same time, I'm not sorry, because it needs to be said. The recompense that we're looking for, whether it be money, whether it be land, it's not going to come until we truly declassify ourselves from the misnomer and stand firm in our true identity and uphold to the laws that were already set for our people. Make them be held accountable for the mistreatment of our original people. With that being said, again, I say declassification is a must. So just continue to be strong, continue to be confident, continue to stay steadfast for those who are claiming the truth, claiming your true identity, and who are proud of it. I am proud of you. You are not alone. We are all in this together. As Niiji Kewin, as Aborigines. Okay? So once again, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys share this video. Share, share, share. I appreciate y'all feedback in the comments. I get back to y'all as much as I can. So I got a lot going on here. 6 kids and a wife. That's a lot of responsibility. Yet I still continue to make time to bring this truth out to my people, because I truly cherish y'all. And I expect nothing but the best for us. And that's why I take the time out to share this information. We have to, like I said, declassify our information, declassify our true identity, and be proud of who we are as a people. Don't be ashamed that you're the oddball out amongst your immediates. Don't be ashamed or afraid to claim who you are because everybody around you isn't doing the same thing. If you know this to be true, then be proud of it. So we are the trendsetters. The original people have always been the trendsetters. Move across that current. Move against that wave and that current of normalcy. And stand in your originality. So I'm right there standing with you. Let us lock arms and continue to move forward. Once again, this is Chief Steve saying to you again, Tatakista, I cherish you all. Remember to like, share. And for those who are watching this for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know when these bombs come out, you'll be the first one to catch them. All right, y'all. Y'all Koki. Take care of yourself.